Hey guys, okay, so I want to talk about absolute value functions today, and I have an example here. It says graph each function and then identify the domain and range. So our function is h of x equals -2 times the absolute value of x plus 5. Okay, so the first thing that I want you to do is say to yourself, did my vertex that is at 0, 0 move left or right? So my h that's with my x represents a move left or right. I don't have any number in here with the x, so I know it did not move. So I'm going to put 0 in because I know if my vertex didn't move left or right, it's going to be sitting somewhere right here. I just don't know how high or how low it's going to sit. So I want 2 to the left of 0, so -1, -2, and 2 points to the right, so 1 and 2. All you have to do is plug this in, and I'm going to start with the vertex first. The absolute value of 0 is 0. 0 times -2 is still 0. 0 plus 5 is 5. If I put in a -1, the absolute value of -1 is a positive 1. 1 times -2 is -2. And -2 plus 5 is 3. Now what I need you guys to know is if this is the vertex and I am looking at a V, they are symmetrical on both sides. Now you could just plug in a 1 and you'll get 3, but if you start with the vertex, you know both sides will equal. So the absolute value, if I put a -2, is positive 2. 2 times -2 is -4. -4 plus 5 is 1, so I know this is 1 as well. So when we go graph it, 0, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is my vertex. Okay, -1, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, because that's my vertex, this is kind of an axis of symmetry. I know there's a matching one over here, and you can see that at 1, 3 as well. Okay, then -2, 1, and I know that there's one here as well, which is 2, 1. So connect. Okay. So what happened to my parent graph that started at 0, 0? It went up 5. It got stretched by 2, and it reflected over the x-axis, which means now I'm facing downward. For domain, this arrow goes left, this one goes right. There's no gaps in between, so your domain is all real numbers. Okay? Your range, this point right here is 0, 5. Okay? So 5 is my y-axis. Every other point on my graph is below 5. So it's going to be less than or equal to 5. Okay? The next example I want to show is a little different. Okay? When we look at this, again, we want to say, did we move left or right? X lies, or you could just set what is inside equal to 0, and you get -3. Or you can just look at this and know that X lies, and you say, okay, it moved left 3. So I'm going to put -3 in the middle of my XY chart. So I want 2 on the left, 2 on the right. So -4, -5, -2, -1. Okay, and now we just plug it in. If I plug in my vertex, -3 plus 3 is 0, absolute value of 0 is 0. Okay, so again, we're starting with our vertex, so I know both sides are going to be identical. -4. -4 plus 3 is -1. Absolute value is 1. Both sides. -5 plus 3 is -2. Absolute value of -2 is 2. And I know that it's going to match on that side as well. So -3, 0. 1, 2, 3. This is my vertex. -4, 1. Okay, so if this is my vertex, I know there's a matching over here. And -5, 2. So I know that there's a matching one over here. Okay. Again, right, left, no gaps, so your range is all real numbers. Your y's, this is my lowest y. This is a -3, 0. So at 0, and then the rest are higher. So it's going to be greater than or equal to 0. All right, I hope that helps. Good luck, guys.